Oh my god, she's a weirdo.
'Tis I, fat cow. Well, we've got something to respond to. Kinda. This was sniped by Carmen Cat-Diego, for which I've never heard of before, but many thanks, with chat. So if anything pops up then, it's worth commenting on. Now, before I go on with this, again, absolute diatribe of conversational diarrhea, let's call it. Let's talk about AI, or more particularly, a particular set of photographs that were created by Foodie Beauty. She claims in jest, but I think for an entirely different reason. You see, there's an individual on the internet that goes by McMuffin82 who is claiming to be Salah's current love interest. Now, anybody with 2 brain cells, to quote a certain individual, would know that this is complete and utter bullshit. But it's kind of gotten to Foodie somewhat, and this current AI photograph thing of Mahmoud is indication of that. Foodie can't turn around and say for certain that McMuffin is a troll. She has doubts because she doesn't trust Salah at all. So her way of disputing this is to create AI for herself and say, look, it's that easy to pretend to be in a relationship with somebody else. And this is her proof that McMuffin82 is not in a relationship with Salah. It's a very desperate attempt to lay to rest the rumours that, while obviously are trolls, still create a small sense of niggling doubt in Foodie's little brain box. Salah's telling her it's bullshit. Anybody with the fabled 2 brain cells knows it's bullshit. But there's a little niggling doubt because Foodie legitimately doesn't trust Salah in any way, shape or form. At the end of the day, it just makes her look like a bit of an idiot. The better way to have dealt with this troll is to not acknowledge its existence whatsoever. But Foodie never learnt that lesson. She didn't go to troll school or anti-troll school, obviously, along with many other schools she didn't attend, like nutrition school and Islam school and being a decent person school. Anyway, I digress. This live is almost 2 hours long. I've watched the first 40 minutes. There's some bits in it I want to comment on. The 40-minute mark, it ended, in my opinion, on a note that was worthy of a comment. And then, from what I've gathered, it descends into Foodie retreating into her drug-induced shell like a scared turtle to escape real life and the fact that her life is legitimately shit. So, let's get on with this. Bits of it are awful, but we'll struggle through this together. So let's get on with it.
To Croatia, and then he freaked out on me that night because I was acting an ass.
This is Foodie claiming that there were other people that she was talking to on international Tinder who wanted her to visit them in other countries. Now, the loony Foodie Beauty did a retro upload of a live stream that Foodie did before she went to Kuwait, but after she met Salah by a matter of days. It was filmed the day after she came up in that veil wearing the vermilion fuchsia pink thing with the veil and the eyelashes and the low BMI voice. The interesting thing, and I will react to this retro live because it's fascinating, on a day where there is no content to reply to, but I highly recommend you watch the upload from the Loony Foodie Beauty, because it used to be called the Looney Tubes, that they did yesterday of a retro live of Foodies, because it's fascinating. It is before she went to Kuwait. Anyway, the chat very obviously pointed out, given that Foodie's behaviour and stuff, so this is after she had started chatting with Salah. There had been talk about marriage. She'd started wearing the hijab, but not for religious reasons, but she hadn't gone to Kuwait, so it was that very small window where she wasn't sure what she was going to do. It was pointed out by chat, again this is after she'd already met Salah, that she was travelling back using the ferry, which indicated she'd been out all night with either married guy, or, as she claims, she goes to this hotel where there's a lot of migrant workers, all of which are very lonely, buff Middle Eastern men, and men are willing to just spend the evening with an available Canadian because they're lonely. So, which either way you look at it, after she met Salah, within a couple of days maximum, she'd already slept with somebody. I doubt Salah would have been aware of that. Anyway, go watch it. You'll see what I mean.
He's like, okay, I watch your live. And you guys know. Thank you, Katie. You guys know what my lives were like back then.
The only thing I know for now, right now, is while I'm healing up nicely, despite my absolute refusal not to take things easy, nausea is an issue and I fucking hate it. Anyway, let's go on.
I dodged a bullet. We can't all agree on that.
You dodged one bullet, but you got hit by the other bullet. So, yeah.
Melly, right? My life is nuts. I'm sure just not even being online for 2 days and people's minds are running wild. Where's Foodie Beauty?
Yeah, and you're kind of chuffed about that, aren't you? You haven't fallen into irrelevance completely, because you are stupid enough to do things like go back to Syria when you disappear, or legitimately we think something's happened to you health-wise and you're either dead or in hospital. Not much of a reputation, a legacy to have. I don't know why you're smiling.
Really, Moon? Oh, it's awful, Moonchild. I didn't know that.
Now that's in reply to the comment that said here by thy Moonchild, 13 people died in Syria by Israeli bombs like 2 days ago, exclamation mark. I'm not going to comment on that. I have no knowledge on that. I'm not qualified to comment on that. But Foodie's sincerity is, well, a thing she's trying to convey.
Are you having fun, my love? I love this cat. So, yes, don't worry, I am keeping her.
Now, I am a person who very much supports the scientific side of reading micro expressions and body language in order to decide whether somebody is being deceptive. She does love the cat if her body language is to be believed. And I say love in brackets because Foodie doesn't actually have the physical and emotional and psychological ability to genuinely feel what we consider love is, because her idea of love is transactional. If you're not useful to her, she stops loving you. However, her body language at the very end, which said, yes, I'm keeping her, indicates that's not necessarily something she legitimately believes.
It's just hard realizing that this is really a journey going forward. And there's no other time like the present, like, to really start working on myself.
There is no time but the present. That's physics. However, Foodie, the present is now. Now. So you start now. I mean, legitimately. You make the decision to go on a diet, you start eating properly and wisely from then on in, not the next day or the day after. It's meant to be now. You don't need to prep for these things. You can just start doing it immediately.
Thank you, Melly. Yeah.
Melly says that she looks gorgeous today. And I would say that whatever the fuck filter she's using currently should use this image as advertising for the power of said filter. I mean, it's only a matter of time before somebody invents glasses that filter how you view the world. Sort of a reverse of that film where the black and white film that the guy, when he puts the glasses on, he sees everybody are aliens. And, the ghost one, the 13 Ghosts, where if you wear the glasses you can see the ghosts. Somebody's going to invent glasses that makes all the world beautiful. Like beer goggles, but more practical and not involving alcohol. And if Foodie's around for that, she's going to make whoever she's in a relationship with probably super glue them to their face, or probably even weld them to their face.
No, I'm not going to Syria.
Body language suggests that's not necessarily true. I don't think she'll be able to get to Syria, or somebody doesn't want her to go to Syria, but I also believe she wants to go. So not going isn't necessarily telling the truth, because there's a difference between not going because you don't want to and not going because you can't. And I wonder what's happened to my voice.
This attitude fits you well. I think baby girl is her name, BG13. Hey, Missy Man. Some old...
BG, baby girl, 13, I think is a play on PG, parental guidance, 13. Did I say BG31? It's BG13. It's early, not enough caffeine. Anyway, so, well, yeah, brilliant. Absolutely genius.
Some dude wanted me to go to Croatia before. Black Friday, no. A vet appointment? Yes. So I'm going to get a call.
Watch how she doesn't look at the screen at all during this whole thing, which indicates she's telling complete and utter bullshit.
All at the beginning of... At the end of December, they're going to give me a time at the beginning, first 2 weeks of January, supposed to. Yeah, I gotta get my health insurance. I'm gonna get it.
She's not convinced about that either. She doesn't want to commit to anything that's long term. And I would argue 6 months isn't really long term when you consider it's for the rest of your life. Although if the rest of your life is less than a year, 6 months is long term actually. So... anyway, she's lying again. Oops.
I'm just gonna strap in, man. Like, what if I actually just lock in? I have nowhere... I can't do anything else. I'm in...
Did you notice the verbal slip? She says, I can't do anything else. But she was going to say, I've got nowhere to go. So she's committing herself to this lifestyle change because she's got no other option. She's got nowhere else to go. The decision about where she takes herself in the future has been removed. She doesn't have the decision anymore.
In a lease. Like, I have to stay. I can't abandon...
Again, body language, lack of eye contact, rapid eye movements, all indicate she's talking out of her fucking arse. She has nowhere else to go, is true. That was a verbal slip. But the I've got nothing else to do, I'm stuck in the lease, blah, 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 I should get healthy, I should do this, I should do that, I should learn more religion, blah, blah, blah. She has no intention of doing whatsoever.
And the cat, I don't want to. I have to... 13 for your 13th cat. I should count the number and name her that. No, and then... yeah, like, you know.
Now the comment said, yes, I love this. Stop looking back and playing the what if game. Let's get Foodie Beauty 2026 loaded and ready. And another one goes, yeah, locked in. And I'm like, you guys actually believe this shit? Oh my God, she does have legitimate supporters. Mind you, even serial killers, in her own words, get fan mail. So,
Yeah. Yeah, Lolo. Like I really think that I'll just try it. I have to really try. And I just like,
do you know she says, I have to really try? See, the thing about Foodie is she doesn't try to do something. She tries to try to do something. It's one step even further back on the procrastination scale. She gets as far as thinking about trying to do something. But even the thinking about the trying to do something's an effort. She tries to try to do something. And it never gets any further than that. In a video I did many months ago, when she said she was on track, and I argued, you're not on track. Okay, in order to be on track, say it's a ladder, and there's this big ladder leaning against a wall, and your goal is at the top. And to get on track, you have to be physically stood on the ladder at least. And what Foodie is doing is she's stood with both feet on the ground at the bottom of the ladder. She's not even put her hands on the ladder. We should consider ourselves lucky the ladder's even leaning against the wall at this stage. You're not on track because you haven't even put your foot on the ladder. You haven't even put your hands on the ladder. You're staring at the ladder. That's not, trying. You're not on track. You're not even on the fucking track. You're next to the track on a picnic blanket. Picnic blanket? Yeah. You're next to the track, sitting on a picnic blanket, eating pork pies and sausage fucking rolls. That's not trying. That's looking at the idea of it while doing the complete opposite of what it is.
holy, like, this is really scary. It's
You just don't like being uncomfortable, physically, emotionally, psychologically uncomfortable. And change is uncomfortable. Improving yourself is uncomfortable. You could argue that also killing yourself probably isn't fucking comfortable, but it's an uncomfortable that is the result of doing things that you like. So it's a better uncomfortable than doing things you dislike, if that makes any sense.
scary because like I'm just me.
Yeah, you are just you. And look what that's done and where it's gotten you.
Yeah.
Somebody's actually asked if the thumbnail of the AI generated guy Mahmoud was real. I have no hope for this world. I didn't anyway. I lost any hope I had for this world during the pandemic. I wasn't scared. I wasn't particularly sad, but I was extremely disappointed with the human race in general. And my feelings haven't changed since.
Sorry, I haven't even been reading the chat. No, I gotta do the health insurance thing. Maybe.
Yeah, you do. You do. But are you? All depends on what the repercussions of defaulting on the agreement is. Would you be expected to pay them back if you do fuck off and leave the country before 6 months?
Hey, Belle. Yeah, Pumpkin. Thank you, guys. Sorry. BG-13. Are we still pretending to eat halal? I'm gonna try.
Bullshit, are you?
Hey, Caroline. You have to better yourself before you can do others. I have to. Yes, Belle, that's Mahmoud. No. You didn't get a notice? I didn't deny it. I have to email them back with something. Oh my gosh, Thimble. What? Mahmoud. I'm sorry, but Salah is like the handsomest person. I'm not even joking. And I'm like, we're like not together and I'm saying that.
So Salah, in Foodie Beauty's mind, is the single most handsomest man on the planet. She still thinks they're together, by the way, despite what she's saying. It flip-flops so much, but hey, that's Foodie. Well, there's not much I can say about that. Beauty is indeed in the eye of the beholder, and I think character has a lot to do with the attractiveness of an individual, and I will leave it at that.
40% off MAC today? Hey, RDR. What? I love MAC. I want some new lipsticks, but no, man. I gotta sacrifice this stuff. I can't be buying things.
She's going to be buying things.
Because I want to get a car, pay off the rest of my debt, and that's a big goal. So I'm gonna start with that. I'm not even getting anything else for my place.
She's lying. I don't know what she's lying about, but she's lying.
It's just okay how it is. Really, I don't mind how it is right now.
She does mind how it is right now, purely by the fact that she's there and she's living there alone. She'd rather be somewhere else.
Yeah. It's not easy accepting that.
This is in response to a comment said, I'm glad you're accepting that you're not together and it will only benefit you and make you stronger. Well, it isn't easy, and she hasn't accepted it. You can tell by her body language. And she doesn't actually believe that they're not actually together either.
It's like, oh, crap, I forgot. I have some cameos I forgot to do. Shit, and I look stunning. Wow, thank you. Ready for Pete's to move in?
She's not even answering that. Pete isn't moving in, and good for him. Regardless of how you feel about Pete, good for him.
Yeah, no, I'm not getting a P.O. box, I don't think. I have to think of what I want to do for New Year's. You wouldn't mind being a sister away? They've broken up many times. Is that for real? Acceptance is the first step. And it's a hard one. She's destroying something. I don't know what. What are you? Hey. Hey. Scapegoats. I couldn't share my husband. Who looks like an Arab version of Shaggy? Well, I always thought Shaggy was kind of... No, I'm just joking.
She's not joking. Okay.
Hey, Nubby. Did you see the other wife with the children? Yeah, I'd really have to brainwash myself. Like
Brainwashing yourself to accept Salah having a second wife and children. That's a big word to use and a bit culturally insensitive, somewhat. She wouldn't accept it for a second, regardless. But brainwashed. Is that what you're implying about this cultural practice? That in order for it to function, the people involved have to be brainwashed to, do it. Yeah, you really, really did accept all the cultures you immersed yourself in.
really, I don't know how I would do that. I like Shaggy. No, Anastasia. He says he's not even thinking of that.
Anastasia said, does he have a girlfriend already or married again? Yeah, Salah is saying he's not thinking about it, not interested in it or anything. But, I mean, if he wants to keep Foodie sweet, what else is he going to say? The moment he says, I'm marrying somebody else, I'm seeing somebody else, that's it. She's going scorched earth with all his dirt and withholding money. It benefits him to say that he's not seeing anybody. And you don't have to be dating somebody or marrying somebody to be having sex with somebody, by the way.
Do I use my CPAP machine? Yes. Thank you, RDR. This eyeshadow is good with this lipstick. How do I spell?
Judging by the way she's just wiped it off with her finger, I'd say that eyeshadow is 50% filter, because nothing changed. Lipstick might be slightly different, but that's probably filtered as well, because that colour looks good on her, and we know she doesn't have any colours that look good at her in her, makeup bag. So, yeah. Could you drop the name of the filter you're using, please, Foodie? Thank you.
Come and see me. I haven't seen you. I missed you.
Come and see me. You're there to entertain me. You're there to love on me. You're there for me. I don't consider my pets as mine, in that respect. They don't exist for me. I look after them. You know what I'm trying to say.
Oh, that's a good baby. Come on. Did you bring me she brought me the bottle cap. Look.
See, it is a precious, precious little baby. Got nothing else to say about that.
Bring me the bottle cap? Sweet baby. Well, what should I name her? Oh no, I'm joking. We can't go through this. Thank you, Millie. I have to, I think the recipe for my complete future happiness and
This is going to be good.
longevity of life is as follows. Okay. I need to work on my imam, like improve my deen, work on my deen, read the Quran, do the prayers, all of them.
Which means I didn't do all of the prayers, all of them. And as we know, she's never read the Quran in its entirety. She's barely gotten through the first 15 pages, if I remember rightly. Yeah. You're not going to, though, are you?
Eat more halal.
Eat more halal. Do you know how easy it is to eat halal? Just go for the vegetarian options or the fish options. That's it. You can eat anywhere if you eat the vegetarian options. Anywhere. But that's not junky enough for you, foodie, is it?
Hey. Workout.
Did you see, while she was telling that cat whatever it was doing, which was obviously wrong, how she tensed her lips and pursed her mouth in anger? Just then, there was a very brief flash of genuine anger, which is not good. Not good at all.
Workout.
Yeah, right. Sounds all very doable for Foodie Beauty so far. Really? It's that difficult to think of things that you could do to improve your life. What about the gummies? What about the sofa and your attachment to it? What about not just concentrating on food that's halal, concentrating on food that is better for you and not so much of it, and going out and reading and, doing fucking anything apart from sitting on the sofa getting stoned and talking.
Make meals for myself. Like, make it like a ritual, like a nightly ritual. Like, self-care. Make that like my day. I have to occupy my time with like healthy stuff. Yeah, I know I have to actually work. Like, I have to do some kind of workout. I have to move my body. I have a hobble hip.
Not to be a downer on all your plans that you're totally going to do, but your hobble hip is a deformity that you have acquired because of the mass that is forcing your legs to no longer be able to be together. And you've developed a walk that has compensated for the mass that dangles in front of you. So your hip has probably been pushed outwards. Your leg has rotated outwards, which is why your foot points outwards. And that can only be fixed surgically. You fucked up your walk. That walk will never be fixed, regardless of how much weight you lose, because you've deformed your skeleton because of your weight and your lack of activity. I'm not saying it's hopeless and not to lose weight at all, obviously. I'm just saying some things you've done to your body can only be surgically fixed at this point.
I have a hobble hip. Nope, nothing to do with Salah. Do you know how much I talked to Salah today? And since yesterday? he sent me one video of Julia drinking water.
Not only is she telling the truth, she's obviously very pissed off about it.
Like proof of life. No. And then of her playing with the laser. That was like has nothing to do with him. This is like me. Which I'm very happy to. I'm like, she's freaking out. She always makes noises like this. All I hear all night is meow, meow. So if I could name her like meow, or like, what can I name her?
Oh, shut
I have a
up.
hobble hip. I have to hobble when I walk because my hip hurts so bad.
So do I. I use a crutch now. Mine's caused by the degeneration of my spine due to inactivity in a certain respect, inactivity as a direct result of having fibromyalgia, and my weight, which is about a third. Not a third. It's definitely less than half of yours, though, and I'm significantly taller. So if my hip's fucked and can't be fixed, I can prevent it getting worse by losing weight, but I can't fix my back and my hip, my sciatic hip, by losing weight. What do you think it would do for you, who is at least twice my weight and a good 5 inches shorter than I am, if not 6? So, go figure. Yeah.
No, we don't call each other babe.
Because he doesn't call you almost at all.
Or hearts or nothing.
Pissed off face.
Yeah, Lolo, I have to work on myself.
Yeah, I have to work on myself. And I'm thrilled about the idea.
It's now or never. Come hold me tight. Kiss me, my...
Foodie, Amber, Rosie spontaneously go into song quite frequently. Why? Do they all legitimately think they can sing? I mean, they're not bad, but it's just an observation between these three people who have absolutely nothing in common at all, share no similarities at all. They just happen to spontaneously go into song as well. It's weird. It's very weird that these three individuals who have no similarities at all between them sometimes display similar behaviours. It's just an observation.
Darling, be mine tonight. Tomorrow may be too late. She's zooming. I'm so happy to see that because she's happy I'm home. Are you happy?
It's all about her. The cat's happy that Foodie's home.
Oh, yes, I love my baby. Hey, Reese, just say hi. Call the kitty Lovey. Name her Meep. Meep. Hi, baby. She's so cute. She is the sweetest girl. Thank you. Yes. Psycho femcel stalker. Meeker's hobble. Thank you, Spooky. Thank you, Luke. Well, I'm funny. Thank you. Julia. Julia, baby, my Julia. What are the pillars of Islam?
There are 5 pillars of Islam: prayer, fasting, pilgrimage, giving to the poor, and believing that there's one God and one God only, and that Muhammad is his only prophet.
Oh no. Shit. Okay, I don't know if I remember them all right now. Shahada. Prayer. Which I think they call salat, right? Zakat, which is charity. Hajj.
Speaking of charity in Islam, the charity, the giving, is as follows. You earn a salary or you get a certain amount of money a month for whatever reason. Once you have paid all of your bills and paid for everything that's necessary for life, so when you have disposable income left out of doing everything that you are obligated to do with your money, you are expected, regardless of how much or how little your disposable income is, so obviously the richer you are, the more you have to give, and if you have no disposable income, you're not obligated to give to charity. 10% of that disposable income has to go to charity religiously, if you're doing things according to the teachings. So if at the end of the month you have 0 disposable income, you are not obligated to give anything. For example, me. That's not to say I don't. I'm just saying, according to the rules, because I have no disposable income, I'm not obligated and will not get punished for not giving to charity. But a billionaire who has billions of disposable income left at the end of the month should give 10% of that if he was following the teachings properly.
And fasting. Am I right?
You forgot the pilgrimage.
Thank you, Margie. You're very sweet. Thank you.
Margie said, Foodie, as the old lady in this chat, I want you to know how proud I am of your mindset today. I think getting out of the house really did help you. Keep on keeping on. The mindset is for this video and this video anyway. When the gummies kick in, things will change, because if this mindset was genuine, she wouldn't need the gummies, would she? Yeah, she's just pretending things are fine, because that's just what she does.
Mia? Meow. That's cute. You're asking us? The person who asked. So, no, I think I would like to eventually go to a mosque, but women actually get extra good deed points if we pray in home, so.
No. Praying is mandatory. Men are expected to pray in the mosque. Women, because they run the household, don't have to go to the mosque to pray. They're not penalised for not going to the mosque if they pray at home. Okay, so men are expected to go to the mosque. Women aren't, because they're at home looking after the home and looking after children, so going to the mosque would be difficult. Praying at home doesn't give you extra points. Making the effort to go to the mosque to pray as a woman might. So you've got that shit backwards, Foodie.
Yeah, I need all the good deeds I can get.
Then you're doing it for the wrong reasons, if that's how you see it.
Scamming off BBJ for 2+ years.
Now, the way Foodie's reacting to this, I find a little odd. It's a bit detached, let's say. But let's talk about this whole charity for the month of December thing and the offer to pay anybody back thing, and how it doesn't actually negate what FFG did, in my opinion. If somebody saved you from drowning, you would be grateful. Yeah? But if the reason you were drowning in the first place is because the person who then goes on to save you pushes you into the water first, would you be grateful they saved you, or would you be angry they put you in danger in the first place, is what I'm saying. This doesn't make amends from profiting from a cat's death, giving to charity, because you're not giving to charity per se, you're giving other people's money to charity. You're just doing it at a financial loss of yourself because you're not earning money. But you will be earning money because the AdSense from the videos you will pocket. Do you understand what I mean? This isn't altruistic. This isn't benevolent. This is manipulative. Just tell us, show us the date you got BBJ euthanized. It was only a couple of months, give or take, after you got her, wasn't it? Yes. Maximum a year. Right? It wouldn't go against the things you're not allowed to talk about to just show us evidence of the date BBJ was euthanized. Additionally, Amber, show the incision site. So all you have to do is show the incision site. It isn't being blurred or not shown for privacy reasons. I doubt Twinkie would care if her incision site was shown online. Just saying.
Yeah, Hodge's pilgrimage. Money, I guess, great. No, I need therapy. So, yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Shahada. Yes. You know when I went like this, raised my finger and declared my, yes, my faith to Islam?
See, she can't even remember what the words meant. As if she even knew. If you don't know what the words said that you're repeating in Arabic and the meaning behind the words, the Shahada doesn't count at all, because you've got to legitimately believe what you're saying, not just say the words, repeat the words like a parrot. But anyway, you all know what I think about Foodie and her faith arc or lack thereof, so let's just move forward, shall we?
In Kuwait. Aww. Hello, user. Redhead with freckles. Makes me sad. Oh, you did a lot today, Melly. You did all that after open heart surgery. Seriously. You're superwoman. No, pause. Call you Red? Okay, welcome, Red.
That is a response of somebody telling her that FFG is sniping her at the moment. She wants to say something. She wants to say something quite badly.
So, here I am back at home. I had a family visit and back now with my family, my kitty.
Her body language suggests that she didn't have a family visit, as in she's lying about what she did. Interesting.
Oh! What? Oh, you little girl. You little girl.
Nugget XW said, was it an intervention? I think that's an interesting question.
My gosh. Her scratching the couch. Stop. Hey, Koi. I did watch the new Conjuring. It wasn't bad. Ow! Oh! No! No, you're gonna get... Come up here. Oh! Beezin. Why are you beezing? You're beezing. One superpower? I have no idea.
It actually dawned on me I should speed this up to 1.5. The speed. Yeah, it's early. My apologies.
Do you like colors that are forbidden in Islam? I don't know what they are. Probably. Do you plan on planning out streams and content? Yes.
The way she shifted her eye side, doesn't look straight back, means no. Absolutely not.
I'm just trying to get my cat to not knock this whole living room over. Yeah, I want to do a Quran study. I'm looking into like ones that are offered. I could probably just do that
She's lying.
online. But it would be something to get out and do. Oh my gosh, she's freaking me out. She's so cute. Yeah, I know, scrape, yeah. What are you doing? She dropped my agenda. She's a menace. People do walk their cats, but I don't see it often.
As if Foodie would take her cat for a walk. She doesn't even take herself for a walk.
Hey, Foodie. A Quran study would be cool, hey? Because I need to really learn more of it. I don't even know the whole, like, I don't know the friggin' Bible. And I was Christian for how long, and people didn't question me and be like, what?
You weren't a practicing Christian, though. You were Christian by birth. That's why nobody asked you questions about it while you were Christian in your retrospective opinion, because you weren't a practicing Christian. You claim to be a practicing Muslim, though, and that's why it's being questioned.
Is Matthew verse 8, chapter 16, you know, like, but yes, I should read it, at least. I should. You know, you're following a religion. But it's one of those things for me that it's like, it's just, you know, it's still going to...
It requires effort and sitting down and concentrating. And I'm really good at the sitting down bit, but everything else can, you know, fuck off.
Exist as truth regardless. And I should, and I you know, I can kind of take my time with it. No, I don't have any boyfriend. I will never. Thank you. Well, I mean, you know, who knows in the far future, but...
At the moment, she sort of thinks she'll never have a new boyfriend, because she sort of thinks she's still with Salah, but she's having a few doubts now. The moment she definitely knows there's no Salah, she's going to get a revenge boyfriend just to prove to him that he's missing out. Much in the same way that Salah was the revenge boyfriend stroke husband to Ada.
Alicia and a caller. Thank you, casual vlogger. Something like that, Tasha, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. I have to, I have to plan some content, like, you know, but the live streams might be, if I'm in my apartment, it will just be wall content, unfortunately. I don't have a choice. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Luke. Yeah, you're expected to know about the religion, but it takes a long...
But what? No, it doesn't take a long time. Actually, it just takes effort.
time too, you know? It's not an overnight thing.
No, not overnight. But you can pretty much get the gist of it in 3 months, have a good grip on it in 6 months, and definitely by a year you could be pretty well educated in it. It's been 3 years? Yeah.
But I do everything everything hastily in my life. Like, I'm just impulsive with everything.
Impulsive religious decisions. Yeah, I would say that's a sentence that shouldn't exist. Oh, and talking about religion, Amber, like in Buddhism, because it kind of fits in with how you see yourself, which is a peaceful and forgiving spirit in harmony with everybody else. It fits in with how you see yourself. It'd be very convenient if you turned Buddhist, wouldn't it, Amber? It would fit in with the image that you want people to believe, the image you see yourself as having, and not the actual truth.
And then for 3 years, I lived a certain way.
It would also require you to be vegetarian at the least.
You know, I hear the ghost Adan, the ghost call to prayer, because sometimes throughout the day I hear the and I'm like, oh, the call to prayer, and I'm like, oh no, that's not. And it's like, it makes me dizzy. It's disorienting because I'm adapting to the new environment, you know.
I don't think adapting's the right word. You're just there and you're existing, and barely.
Hi, baby. Hi, baby. The Timu Chantal.
That's in reply to a comment saying that FFG is a Timu version of you.
Felony. Yeah, a relationship with God shouldn't. You're right. Ceiling with the cat. Yep. That's how I like my life to go.
This is a comment, a relationship with God shouldn't have so many stipulations and rules, to be honest. Interesting outlook. Yeah, I really, right. Okay. That's what you think.
Clearly. First of all, the avatar. Hi.
Now I've got this sped up to 1.5 and the chat is barely moving now. It's 24 minutes in and they're getting a tad fed up.
Oh, you're so cute.
She keeps deflecting with the cat an awful lot, which she used to do with Julia an awful lot. By the 40-minute mark, she's talking about food so much it's just pointless to continue. But we're not there yet. Oh, for God's sake.
Oh my gosh. Your face is brown. She's white, except her tail, ears, and her face. Cheryl Wilson, thank you for the super chat. But you didn't chat anything. But thank you. Am I content not traveling now? I mean, I just came back from Cornwall today. And
That's not travelling. And also, you don't travel. You just change location. What you do isn't travelling. You just move from one sofa in one country to another sofa in another country.
did travel not long ago from the Middle East.
I lived in the Middle East for over a decade, blah, 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 blah. I don't consider that travelling. I just lived somewhere else. Much in the same way as I've lived in different parts of the UK as well. I didn't consider that travelling because it was a long-term situation thing. I travelled to Thailand. I was there for a month. I travelled to Australia. I was there for 6 months. I've travelled to Italy. I was there for 10 days. That's travelling. I go to another place. I explore other place, and then I come home. That's travelling. You just change locations.
Yeah, I did buy that Quran. I don't know. I think it's at my mom's. A Chewy shopping spree? Bella or Bella? I hate it. I don't like that name. The cat is slightly toasted. She's on, Oh, you're so cute. Oh, baby. Oh, look. Isn't she cute? No, it's not from El Shabib. Hey, bro.
She's completely ignored the comment. Genuine question, please no block. If you're not learning more about Islam, what's the basis of you putting... Sorry. Oh dear. Genuine question, please no block. If you're not learning more about Islam, what's the basis of you putting back the hijab? You criticised it as a political tool, which it is, but what changed? Very interesting. Good question. Sorry about the sneeze.
Yeah, she probably would be willing to travel somewhere. Oh no, Scrape, what? Anyways, guys. Yeah, right. Never.
That's in response to the comment, plot twist, Chantal becomes Ala Shabib's second wife.
Are you scratching, Mom? You scratched me. You scratched me, little girl. Little girl. Little girl. What?
Foodie's run out of things to say. And there's some comments that she doesn't want to respond to.
Little girl. Autumn Anderson, glad to see you thinking about moving forward, planning for emotional, mental, and physical health. Yes, thank you very much, Autumn. I appreciate that. Thanks for recognizing that. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm not.
I really.
Thanks for the money.
Now all I have to do is just really put in the work on myself. So.
Another comment, just so you can see her eyes starting to swell. Yes, you can.
Ow! Her nails. Nothing, Belle. This is who am I?
Salah.
Yeah. Would you guys freak right the heck out? No, Timo, Chantal. Would you freak out if I actually did really get my shit together and, get super in shape?
Freak out isn't the word. No, I wouldn't freak out. It's never going to happen. Absolutely categorically. I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't believe it. I would think that whatever phone you use had really upped their game in terms of filters, and would probably start being significantly more concerned about the AI uprising as a result. Or wondered where you got the money for all the surgery.
Thanks, Jill.
It doesn't matter. Well, it does matter if you lose weight, but you've destroyed your body. You have irreparably destroyed your body. You will never be super in shape. Ignoring the fact you don't have the willpower, the courage, the stubbornness, the motivation, any of the characteristics of a person that could achieve anything in any way, shape or form to even start it. You're going to be deceased within a year. Let's just be realistic here.
Gabrielle, I'm gonna house out. Thanks, Danielle. You exposed many lies, fake boyfriend. Duh, the lumberjack? Hey, Kimmy, it's... You can't be eating calories. I know. Yeah, we heard about that, Gabrielle. Yeah, I mean, there's just no point. May as well just look at this needle. I mean, I may as well really just work on myself because, well, I need to, like, for anything.
I really should just work on myself because change is tact. I really need to. What, because Salah's done with you? Is that it?
Else in my, for any other doors to open, that has to be cleared out first.
Yeah, and also in order for Salah to even contemplate the slight possibility of continuing with this charade. Is that it?
Yes, Tasha. But I haven't eaten yet today. I had a little bit of food, but not much.
Then you have eaten today.
She kept collecting donations for BBJ. That's illegal? Probably. Brawny
Pot, kettle.
paper towels. Anyway, whatever. Hi! My sweet girl. She's looking at me. Aw. Hi, baby. Yeah, Breeze, that's right. Really. Well, there's hope. What am I gonna have for dinner?
This is we start talking about food now, so the live is pretty much ending. There is a bit around the 40-minute mark I do want to comment on, and then I will abandon this particular train.
Revenge body era? Name her Tilly?
That's literally impossible.
Thanks, Judith.
That's like me losing the remaining 20 kilos and expecting my boobs to suddenly be perky. They will never be perky. They never were perky, but it just doesn't manifest itself without surgical intervention. Or spending the rest of my life standing chest deep in a swimming pool.
Tilly? Steak and eggs? Steak and eggs? No slurring. Okay, what am I gonna have for dinner? Nachos and wheelchairs? The viral chick, the crispy one? Yeah, they're pretty good. She talks crap about me. Oh, good luck, Pause. Good luck to you and your health. Taco Bell. It's a AI thumbnail. Hey, Squiddy. I'm gonna have to order for tonight. Hey, Shelby. Because I got home late. And I didn't get a chance to do groceries. What? She's 2.5, Shelby? Aww. Congratulations. Bear, you're so funny. I love you. Work on a meal plan. But it's like, exactly, like, why do we dictate which meats are breakfast foods? Like,
Because around the early 1900s, somebody invented cereal. And it was then advertised as a convenient way to start the day to working mothers or just mothers who had to get their kids out quickly. It was a marketing ploy. Marketing, yes.
well, I didn't do an email yet, but I'm going to accept it. Because, yeah, I'm staying here.
You're not entirely convinced about that, are you, love?
Ashley, yeah, I know who you are. Well, I was thinking of getting roasted chicken and, like, fried chicken. So it's not very healthy. But I don't want to get chicken kebab and rice because I want to make that tomorrow. Like, I want to cook, but I have to get groceries tomorrow. Yeah.
People are suggesting healthy options. Why are you even bothering at this point?
Hmm? Salad, steak, and veg. I don't have any of that. No roasted chicken. Where? Here there is some. Or I can get kebab and rice and make something else tomorrow. I left Kuwait, yeah. Thank you. I'm in Canada. Oh, okay, Lindsay. It was nice to see you tonight. No rice. Roasted chicken. Oh my gosh. I don't remember the name, Silver Saw. It's actually a newer place owned by Lebanese people. I ate there. And you can get it on door. Starts with a Z. Zaglul. It's on MacArthur. Man, some roasted chicken, garlic sauce or tamia with some cups of rice and some fattoush salad would be so good right now. Get Chinese food, chicken with vegetables, and noodles. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, that would be healthy, just the vegetables. Thank you, hippie girlfriend, you too. No white carbs, yeah. Roasted chicken is the bomb. Yeah, I have to order in. Big Mary Monday. Smells good in your house? Big Mary Monday. Is Big Mary on sale or something? You made dolmas? We had a shawarma place near me. That's funny. That's funny, Ashley. Chicken curry, no rice. Oh, hell no. I'm not living my life this way. What else can I do besides cut down on carbs? More exercise or something? I need to have at least some rice every day.
Oh no, less carbs and exercising. I'm already in literal hell being here by myself. You're going to take away food as well?
I think I'll start by adding stuff in the rice, like vegetables. Hey, Nina. Sit upright? No, this is the kind of couch you lounge in. Get some fiber. Yeah, fiber is good for you, but you haven't eaten rice in years? Oh. Huh. My back hurts. Still. Yeah. Good idea, Queen Foodie. Low carb pizza? Ooh. Low carb tortilla. Yum. I made cauliflower crust pizzas with my aunt. They were so good. What? Prison? Easy peasy. Thanks, Breezes. Thank you. I wish you well. Foodie the Dawn. Structure and lack of luxuries. Shit, I'd go nuts.
Someone's just suggested she just walks for 2 hours a day. That's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, Bear, I remember now you mentioning it. Yeah.
Almost
Thai food,
done.
Vietnamese food?
Not the entire live, but the point where I've decided to leave.
I am pretty hungry. I didn't eat anything.
You said you had something.
Sambusak Jibna? Queen Foodie the Wonderful? Yes, sambusa. Hello, Windhammer. Just laying down help. Yeah, a little bit. Chinese. What time is it? Oh, it's not even 7, so...
I'm going to leave it at that point. It's not even 7 o'clock. So that's as far as I was willing to go. 1/3 of the way through the live. It's riveting, isn't it? So, Krampus isn't a pagan tradition. It's an alpine folkloric tradition around Christmas. But it is based on a pagan tradition known as Perch, pictured here, which was a 2-legged humanoid goat with a giraffe-like neck that wore animal furs. Now, Perch was a goddess in pagan alpine regions and was celebrated with a feast in order to accrue, hopefully, wealth and abundance. This goddess was adapted by Christian Christmas celebrations, in a way, by the alpine folkloric traditions. And Krampus is said to accompany Saint Nicholas on the night of the 5th of December, which is Krampus night, which is immediately before the feast of St. Nicholas, which is the 6th of December. St. Nicholas rewarded well-behaved children, while Krampus punished badly behaved children by hitting them with birch rods, basically. Krampus is basically depicted as a man with horns, with one grotesque human foot and the other foot being that of a goat. It's typically covered in black hair and has a very long snake-like tongue. It is customary that if Krampus comes to your door, you give him schnapps, which is a fruit brandy. Now, I have a secondary channel with which there is absolutely no content at all, called Fat Cow's Thingamybobs. Now, I discovered yesterday, purely accidental, by listening to some other people, that the book Dracula is free within the public domain, which means anybody can record reading it. Anyway, my question is to you guys: if I narrated Dracula, would you listen to it? Anyway, thank you for your supreme patience if you made it this far.